starting streaming. Alright, cool. Cool. I'll be back around 7.
Alright, see you guys.
Yep. Bye.
Hello, folks. You are to my section of the stream. Just switching over to me, myself, and I. So let's go over to the main screen. There is my warlock. He is probably the one I'm going to be leveling for your enjoyment today. I'm going to switch over real quick, though. I'm going to go to a couple of my other tunes. I'm going to try and go to Kroll the Blade and get the Elixir of Ancient Knowledge. I already have one on my warlock right now, but I'd like to save that for the Cataclysm section of leveling. So I'd like to have another one to maybe push through Wrath or something like that. So we'll see. I want to get this guy pushed up as fast as possible, so I figure any advantage I can get. No Kroll the Blade here. So I got several characters on several servers, so I'm going to flop around like I'm a fish out of water. I'm going to switch around to the servers and see if I can happen to find one. I'm going to flip on my cam here. Hold on. One sec. Let me get my Captain America hat on. It just seems like seems fitting. Also waiting. Oh, good. This is painful for you. Bane version. Noble was around, and we were talking about doing some Hearthstone at some point, so that may occur as well. I'm looking to do that probably a little bit later, in about, I'd say, I don't know, hour and a half, hour, I don't know. If he's around, then we'll do that. If not, that's cool too. It's all been kind of winging it at this point. So, alright, we are good. Let me put my cam on so you guys can see my lovely face. Yay! There I am. Oh, no Kroll the Blade here. Well, that's a darn shame. Log out. So yeah, I'm looking a little tired, which, you know, understandable. But I'm all good. The only thing I will apologize for right now is I'm eating some pizza. Because I'm starving. Flop around. I don't think anyone wants to see that. Back in the 80s, I tried to do breakdancing, and I tried to do the worm, and nobody is quite the same ever again, so I'm never going to do that again. I think I broke the floor. Alright. Just like I said, switching around, see if Kroll the Blade happens to be up. See if we can get another elixir. If I can get another elixir, I'll use it on the stream. I'll use it for BC content, not Wrath. I'll use it for your guys' enjoyment if I can get another one. Let's hope we can get another one. You know what would be cool is if I can get the people on my friends list to like randomly invite me, and then I could go to different servers and see if Kroll's up on all those different servers. Although there's not many people on my friends list on right now, to be fair. Obviously 5 in the morning. So hi everybody! Very glad to see you guys all here. Let me tell you just from myself personally, never being a part of something like this before, it's been a real experience, and I think that sort of phrase has been overused, but again, I stated on Twitter, I love playing these games. I love this community. To use the things I love to help a charity out, to do what I love and have it go to a good cause. It's heightened that experience. It's heightened the joy. I do get a bit of a buzz. A lot of people, I don't think, understand. I try and explain how I feel about this stuff, and I think some people think I'm just being trite sometimes. But I really do get like a high from doing this stuff. Just goofing around, just laughing and having fun with everybody else. I mean, there's an adrenaline rush to it. And doing all that for charity it's added an extra level to it, which I didn't know existed. So I think that's fantastic. So you have a tune on a very low pop RP server. Okay, I might take you up on that. Let me exhaust my other options here real quick. I need to get you back on my list anyway, Mazzy. You said I could drop you, and I needed to add somebody for the one time, and I did so. I hated doing it, but you gave me permission, so I was okay. So can't say I ever thought I would be streaming at 5 o'clock in the morning, but hey. No crawl here either. Come on, man. Figured this time of morning I'd run into a couple of them. All right. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright. So, yeah, okay, this is my last one. So I can get you on here, Mazzy. I'll have to figure out who I'm going to drop instead, because I think I'm still at 100. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm still at 100. So, I can't remember, though. I think I dropped somebody else recently, and I don't remember. I thought I did it to... Obviously, I generally do it to add somebody else, so... I'm trying to remember if I did or not. I don't remember now. Oh, I did, because yeah, it was Aeon. I added Aeon back on, so... Or not back on. I think it was Aeon. I can't remember. Alright, well, I'm going to try and add you. Let's see. Nope, you don't have any room for BattleNet friends. Stupid thing. Alright, well. This is the trick. This is the trick. Who do I drop? I hate this. They really need to have this be a lot bigger list. Seriously, it needs to be a bigger list. Ugh. This is like a tough decision here. But there's some people that haven't been on in forever that usually helps. Yeah, 19 days. I can get her back on later. If she hasn't played in that long, then it's going to be a bit longer. So, alright. There you go, Mezzy. Yay! Alright. And I am ironically on a PvP character. There's Fozzie. I always have a bear, a brown bear named Fozzie on my hunters. Because that was my very... Oh, I forgot I'm not on a horde tune. Yeah. But yeah, my very first hunter, my very first pet that I ever tamed, was an Ashenvale bear. And I named him Fozzie. So in honor of that, every hunter that I roll, I have a brown bear named Fozzie. So, yep. Because I'm a sentimental dork like that. Yep. Let me... Hold on one sec here. I'm going to switch... Switch back to Thrall here and go to my monk. Let me turn on another light here. I think I'm a little dark with the cam. Let me fix that. Yeah, that might help a little. That might help a little bit. Lay down, buddy. Lay down, Herbie. Come here, bud. Lay down. Good boy. Lay down. He's used to being up at 5 and all that stuff because I get up for work at 5, so I quickly took him out and all that stuff before I started doing the stream here. Alright, so we are switching servers real quick. And no Grow the Blade. Nope. Ah, well. So, ooh, excuse me. So, alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop this. And switch back over. I guess I'm just gonna do my Warlock without, and I want to use that elixir to level with and help you guys out, but I have to make it more interesting for you guys, but oh well. You just have to watch boring old solo leveling. I'm sure it'll be fantastic for you. But, you know, I'll offer commentary and I'll chat with you guys because that is what I like to do. XP boost, yeah, XP boost potion. It's a 300% boost in XP for an hour. I actually have one. I have one on me, but I don't want to use it because I want to save it for Kata. If you go to my channel, Zan, which it's just youtube.com/WoWMartiean, you can look at the Dread Waste Rares Guide that I have. There's a playlist for all the Rares Guides. We can look for Dread Waste in particular. You can look at that. It'll have the information there. I also have another video about leveling. I did a leveling on a live stream that was... I have unspent talent points. Oh, when I hit 60. I can't remember what I used to use on my others. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just do that. There is a video on my channel also that when I was doing a live stream, I used the elixir at level 54. Because I like to use it between 50 and 58. I hate 50 to 58 in terms of leveling, just because the lack of dungeons. Mostly that's why. You really only have BRD, Sunken Temple, and then Upper Black Ark Spire as well. But nobody really LFGs that, from what I can tell. Those are tough to LFG through, as people get lost and blah 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 blah. Yes, let's retweet all the things. We need to get the money going here, guys. We need to retweet and Facebook and call people up in the middle of the night and say, get your wallets out, because we are only halfway to our goal here and we've only got a few hours left. We need to push this. Yay, good job, Mazzy. Finally got your Vadargosa. I miss hunting Time Lost Proto-Drake, but ever since Cross-Realm Zones, I've given up on that prospect. It was bad enough trying to compete with the people on my server, and now multiple servers. It's just, I'm not having it. Not having it. So, anyway, let's get a move on, shall we? I think I did... I'm pretty sure that I did Ramparts at least once. But the question is, did I do it with the quests in there? I don't remember. So, we'll go ahead and just queue for it. It's a DPS queue, so it's going to take a bit anyway, more than likely. Why do you think you have a tune on Ravenhold? I didn't think about that. I didn't realize there was... Is Ravenhold the low pop server? And if it's low pop, is it not being connected at any time soon? Because Time Lost Proto-Drake is the one of the main things I've hunted for since Wrath. I mean, I've hunted that thing for years, and unfortunately, like I said, when Cross Realm came up, I kind of just gave up. And it breaks my heart to give up on something I've put so much time into and invested in. So, okay. I mean, if you want to do anything in game or whatever else, let me know. I wasn't sure who was going to go chill and who wasn't, so. Yep. Zan, I had that exact same thing happen to me. I was on a flight, which was stupid. I shouldn't even taken a flight because it was a short little... I think I was just going to the Argent tournament or something. And not only did he pop for me, like NPC scan, you know, of course it'll pop if he's dead and his corpse is there. But I flew right by him. I flew right by him. I saw him alive. I saw him flying. And then, of course, I landed, and I was on a different realm, and it went all for naught. Broke my heart. I thought for sure this was my time, and then, of course, I remembered. I hoped beyond all hope, and I went after him. I went back to check, and unfortunately, that's what killed me. Actually seeing him flying, and then it's... broke my heart. Okay. Well, that's a good idea, Mazzy. I wish I had a character over there now. Maybe after you get your time lost, we can work on hunting mine down sometime. Alright, so you can see my little warlock here. I am not a good warlock at all. One of the reasons why I rolled another warlock is because I wanted to get a little better. I'm normally a hybrid type player. I certainly like to have a heal spec, so running another pure DPS was... I probably should have done another shaman, honestly, because that's one of my favorite classes, but I wanted to get better at this one, and shaman I have a decent handle on, so... but you can see, and the funny thing is somebody was asking in one of my streams why I had no BOAs on. Reality is I do have BOAs, just so you guys are aware. They're just transmogged, which you can do. I don't know if people know that. But yeah, and it's cool because you transmog them, and of course it's BOA. They're going to stay that way for quite some time. Until you get into Mr. Pandaria. So he's going to look this way for a while. And I just think it's better to have it that way and instead of staring at the same BOAs what everybody else has. Plus, if you do it at a lower level, it's cheaper. As you get higher up in level, the cost of transmogging stuff, especially BOAs, gets higher. So if you do it at a really low level, then you can get the stuff done cheap, and then you get to enjoy it for lots of levels to come. So see, no heirlooms or just transmog. Get out of my mind. Okay, well there you go. That's why I wanted to just break it out. I do, I like how my green feet are just flopping around underneath my dress. Yeah. It's funny because he looks kind of funky here. Let me see if I can find... hold on real quick. Okay. Yeah, I want to show you guys real quick. I can throw this up on the stream. So you can sort of see, I'll take off his... real quick. Oops. Interface, display, show him. Okay, so you can sort of see his goofy face. He has a bit of a goofy face as far as I'm concerned, but he looked a little psychotic, so, it is what it is. Let's see. So we're going to go... I'm going to show you what he'll look like in Warlords. There we go. Let me boost that up a bit. There you go. So yeah, on the right hand side there is what he looks like currently, of course. And on the left is what he's going to look like in Warlords. There is a way to look at your characters on Wowhead, so you will see the new models. So I went ahead and did that with a few of mine, and he looks exceptionally cool. Look at the difference there. Look at how kind of derpy he looks in the old style, and look at how cool he looks on the new. That's a tremendous difference between the two. So I'm actually kind of excited. I'm kind of excited about leveling this guy now, and honestly, as you could see, one of the reasons I have his face covered is because of how derpy he looks. So now he's only got his eyes. So, but he'll look much better, of course, in the Warlords. And one of the reasons, again, I wanted a Warlock too, besides just wanting to get better at a Warlock, is the idea of having an Orc Warlock going into Warlords just felt interesting from a lore standpoint. So, yeah, I'm kind of weird that way. So, anyway, mount up, you fool. Oh, wait, I can fly now. I forgot. I forgot I can fly now. Whee! Just hit 60 before I stopped playing him before, so yeah, no, I think he's cool looking. He's gonna be really cool looking, I should say, at Warlords. So, all right, now I'm gonna show you a couple things real quick in terms of leveling here in Outlands. I get a lot of people that do not like leveling in Outlands. I don't know why. I think after you get done with the original content, although quote-unquote original because it's Cataclysm content technically, that Outlands leveling goes much faster. Which, by the way, see, obviously, one of the reasons why Outlands leveling goes faster is because you can fly. With all the controversy about flying and everything in the game, this is one of the benefits. I don't care about flying or in new content. I don't mind not flying in new content. But here, in this case, since it's just leveling and it's old content, you know, whatever. But this is going to obviously help your leveling. So this is another reason why I don't fully understand people not liking Outlands to level through. But I'm going to show you a few little tricks that I do to get through some of this. Normally on Alliance side, I would show you there is, and I'll point it out even though I'm on a Horde tune. Anybody that's done these quests over here, this little mine on the side here. I'm sure if you're familiar with it. But there's several quests that I better not fly too low. Oh god, I'm already in combat. And this is a PvP server too. Oh, look at them all coming after me. No. That mine right there, there is a quest to pick up to kill these worms that are down below here. And what I normally do, and as a Alliance player, this may be something that you do not know. A lot of people seem to not be aware of this. I'm going to head over this way. And this will still benefit me as a Horde player, but Alliance side, this is a little trick that I don't think a lot of people know. So, I should tweet out that I'm talking Outland leveling. Okay. Alright, so right here, you can see this quest down here from Mr. Razzle-Kraz.
Time is money, friend.
Now, the kicker to this is a lot of people don't see this unless you're a Horde tune, because of course it is right behind Thrallmar here. I mean, it is right behind it. Without doubt, it is like right behind. Almost like the other mine that we saw over by Oh god, what is their freaking honor hold? But unlike the quests over there for their mine on Alliance side, this quest right here is available for both factions. This is a neutral quest. Even with its proximity to Thrallmar, that is a neutral quest. So, as Alliance, you have another little quest over here that you can come grab. Now, the reason I do this on Alliance side is because, like I said, you have the one quest over there by that mine on Honor Hold that gives you a quest to kill worms. The one I just picked up here has a quest to get these spare parts, which I'm picking up here. Which, okay, it's not picking up for some reason. It says it's already being used. I don't think so. Anyway, but you can see, you pick up those spare parts there, and look at this. Look at this. There's all these little worms here. That will count towards the quest that we talked about at Honor Hold. So you get 2 quests done at one time, which is one of my rules to leveling. 2 birds, 1 stone at all times. Don't do singular quests if you can avoid it. Now, there's also another benefit to doing these worms, which we will see here in a bit, if I can get the drop to go. Of course, I'm sure I can. Let's see. Oh, we got another one. Oh, where are you gonna pop up? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where you at? Wait, oh, why'd you go? Okay. Either way, you're gonna die. So, let's see if we can get... No drop. There is a drop quest that comes from these guys, and I will hopefully get that to be able to show you guys. There we go, spare part actually worked. So, we're getting 2 things done at once. Well, normally would be on Alliance side anyway. Not so much on Horde side right now. But again, there will be a drop quest that comes from here, so there will be two birds, 1 stone. But, like I said, for Alliance, you get the bonus of doing the other quest as well. I just find it interesting that not many people know that even as Alliance you can go over and get that quest from Razzlecrazz right behind Thrallmar. So I like to let people know about that if it helps them, you know. Let's see if I can stun this dude. The Shadow Fury. I don't see why not. Stun, yeah, that's right. Take my stun. And yes, I am clicking on my Warlock because he's low-level Warlock and I really don't care about being uber pro. If I was raiding or something, and then, yeah, whatever. Alright, so if we can get the drop. No drop, still. I'm surprised I haven't. I thought the drop rate on the quest item was actually fairly decent, but it seems to not be at the moment. Excuse me. Now, the quest chain for what I got from Razzlecrazz here, which is the shredder parts, is not the best. There's actually a poop quest involved. Let's see, another one of the... There's the drop quest. And this is nice because, I mean, it literally is full quest reward XP-wise for just turning in that quest item. So, it's more than worth just farming that up and grinding that until you get those. Alright, so I could do the rest of this quest line, but I generally don't, just because there is a bit of a, like I said, the poop quest is a bit of a drop quest, which is a pain. So I don't really like dealing with that. It's not a bad quest line overall, but it's just not one. Now that this is all nerfed to hell, you don't really need to do that. But unlike most people who hate Hellfire, I stay in Hellfire till I'm like 64. Then I go to Nagrand. And it's not just Hellfire itself, because there's so many dungeons up until that point. You know, I am queuing for dungeons and going through all those. I only do the dungeons once, generally speaking, for the quest, although the XP and everything in Outland or in BC content is, you know, kind of squished enough to the point where you could just kind of grind dungeons your whole way through. That becomes less and less efficient as you get higher levels, but here it's still a a very efficient way of leveling overall. I don't generally do it because I just find it to be, I don't know. I guess it is, in my mind it's slower, although it could be a close call in this older content. Alright, so I'm going to keep moving on. That's the next step in that quest line, which I probably won't do. And I haven't done all this stuff over here, so I guess I could go over here and do all this stuff. It's not bad. These chains aren't bad. I prefer to get to some of these other hubs where I can get multiple quests done at once, which we will. But I really haven't done these first initial quests, and they're good. And I mean, the chains aren't bad, even though there's not a lot of 2 quests at one time. It is 1 at a time, but they go pretty quick. And for me, honestly, this is where I kind of balance nostalgia with you know, my level of efficiency. I try and be more efficient than anything else, but I still have my memories of doing BC content when it was live, or when it was current. I started playing about 6 months before I played vanilla 6 months before BC launched, so I had some time in vanilla, but really the first big chunk of time I ever spent in this game was in BC. And I joke and say that, you know, Warcraft is like a relationship. Warcraft, it's like I met the girl, I met Warcraft in vanilla, we fell in love in BC, we started dating in Warcraft, we kind of broke up in Cata for a while, and then we reconciled in Mist of Pandaria. So I didn't have a lot of time, and oh look, did I not get these quests? Oh, I did. Okay, well, we're doing this dungeon again without quests, which sucks, but oh well. I couldn't remember. But I had that first turn in. I really kind of don't want to do this without the quests. But I'm actually fairly tempted to just leave this group and take the debuff and call it good, but we'll power our way through this. If this group is good, which it seems like the DPS and whatever isn't too bad. Somebody's got a Dragon Kite, though. I want that. Dragon Kite? Dragon Kite. I'm tempted to just leave this group. Although, like I said, they're going pretty fast. Maybe I should just suck it up, Joe. Just suck it up. It's leveling, isn't it? And you can be. I could just be lazy and just do Rain of Fire. So. But I want to show you more of some of the little things that I do, like I said, in Outlands, because again, I get a lot of people that just hate Outlands leveling, and I find it to be extremely fast. Certainly after, say, between 40, maybe 45 to 58, that whole grind is pretty frustrating and goes a little bit slower than I think this does. I really do think this goes faster. But that could just be me. So I'm just gonna be lazy. I like to be a little bit more active and engaging, certainly with you guys as an audience, but I am tired. You know, I knew I'd be tired at this point, but I didn't know I'd be. I mean, I couldn't envision just how tired. I got a little bit of a nap in earlier, but it's fairly brief. So I will definitely be ready to pass out after 11. But until then, I keep drinking my soda. Keep me going. Maybe after this dungeon I can pop around my characters again and see if I can find Kroll. Because I think this would be interesting. I think it'd be interesting to show you guys leveling with the flask. Or the elixir, I should say. The only request I would have, and if I got anybody online, I can, if I get another flask, then or elixir, I'll ask, is that since this character's not on a PvP server, I would want a server change and get cross-realm to a PvE server, simply because the elixir does not persist through death. So you farm that thing and you farm that thing, and then you use it for 5 minutes and you die and it's gone. It's bad news bears. So kick Xerxes out of bed and wake him up. You know what it took just to get him to do the hour that I got him to do earlier? He was all excited to do it. He was like, we should do, Onward for the live stream and everything else, and he was all excited about doing it and everything. And then when I told him, I was like, yeah, I talked to them and they said it's cool. He didn't have time. He was busy. I'm like, what do you mean you're busy? It's a 24-hour live stream. How are you busy the whole 24 hours? But he didn't have time yesterday. He had to carve out an hour's time to be able to come and do that. So I highly doubt I'm going to be able to pull him out of bed at 6 o'clock in the morning and have him come. So yeah, if I have to stay alive, Xerxes isn't a good idea. That's true too. Ooh, cool sword. It's bind on pickup. Darn. So I bet that would go well on the transmog market, but oh well. Yeah, I could just play the video. I could play the video from earlier stream when we did the Onward and the Yeti race. I just play that and go lay down. They'll never know. Nobody will notice, right? Right. At least this is a short dungeon. And this dungeon I have an affinity for, again, going back to the nostalgia. And I'm sure a lot of people don't like this dungeon, but for me, it was the first new dungeon that I had seen since playing vanilla. And I only played vanilla for 6 months, but if you guys ever played vanilla, it's just like anything else, any other expansion. Endgame content is running the same dungeons over and over and over. So I was getting sick of running Strat and Sholomonts. Especially Sholomonts, because we were running Sholomonts over and over again for the dungeon starter set, which was your set of gear that would lead to raiding. So we did that a lot because the helm dropped off the last boss. So we did Sholo over and over and over again, the group of 5 of us. I was getting really sick of those dungeons. So to be able to hop into a new dungeon, because I had, at that point again, I was still newish to the game, never played an MMO before. So I was still learning what I liked and what I didn't like, and I really found that I liked doing dungeons a lot. So to get a new one was very exciting. So I still remember walking into this dungeon for the first time, and it was the best part of WoW, I think, and I even think that now, is that one of the things that I miss about WoW is not knowing what the hell I'm doing. Not that you couldn't tell by the way I play. It looks like I don't know what I'm doing all the time. But I mean, even just wandering the world, just that sense of awe and wonder the first time you ever played and you didn't know where everything was. These days I know, the world like the back of my hand. and you know, it's not difficult to navigate, or there certainly isn't that sense of wonder anymore. And a new expansion does offer that for a bit, but eventually that wears off, just like anything else. So, I mean, obviously, a continent is only going to do so much after having, you know, 2 continents in the initial release in Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdoms, and then you get 1 continent. So, good morning. So, I do miss that. But just like this, I'm talking about dungeons. It was nice to be able to walk into a dungeon and not have done it 1,000 times and not know what to expect. And these days, even now, when you do a raid or whatever else, you know a lot of the strats and everything else before you even walk into the dungeon, simply because you watched the video on YouTube or whatever else. And I miss not. I hate to say it, but I miss wiping and stuff and figuring stuff out together as a team. You know, I really severely miss the feeling of adventure and trial and error and working together, and it breaks the immersion when it's just all coming off of YouTube and stuff. So, what totally surprised me when you run them as random and is that some of the tanks actually bypass some of the mobs. Oh, in Hellfire? I'm not sure what mobs you're talking about in terms of these dungeons. And I'll be honest, it depends on what mobs you're talking about. If you're talking about just trash, I don't have a problem with skipping trash. Because the reality is, if you're chaining dungeons, it's better to just keep moving and get through the dungeons. The quicker you get done with each dungeon, the faster you're going to get more bosses, which give more XP, and you're also going to get the bonus from the random more often. So those kind of things are going to add up much faster than just killing extra trash, because I mean, really, sometimes you have to go out of your way to get to it, or it's just not worth the time that it takes to kill the trash most of the time. So if you can skip it, I'm all for skipping it personally. So my only thing about this particular dungeon is people, because you get the achievement on the next to last boss instead of the last boss. A lot of people ditch, and I always find that kind of funny. People are like, "Oh, dungeon's over, we're out." It's like, no, 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 no. Good job, Mazzy. Way to go, Mazzy. Way to go. Way to go, Mazzy. Alright. Well, we're almost to 61. Just doing that without any quests in the dungeon and no rested. So, actually, I did have a little rested, to be fair, I think. Now that I think about it. So, again, this is how fast this goes. I'm going to queue up for Blood Furnace next. And keep moving on here in Hellfire. Like I said, just with questing and doing Blood Furnace or Ramparts twice, I did it once between 58 and 59. I did it again for the quest. I guess I did it 3 times because I just did it. So just doing Ramparts 3 times, plus doing few quests, because I've hardly done any quests here. You can see I have all these starter ones. Just a couple out of Thrallmar, really. And we're almost 61. So yep. Yep. And what else? I'm trying to think of another dungeon where there's issues like that. ZF. ZF bothers the snot out of me, because I figure most people understand how ZF works, but a lot of people I'm finding, at least on this character, and I can't remember what other character recently, I think it was just this one, really, I'm finding that the people doing ZF are skipping, like, Gazrilla and stuff. They go straight from the event on the stairs to the last bosses, and they don't go over to Gazrilla, which there's 2 quests over there that need to be done. And so Oh, you know what? I did all of it. I did all of Rampart's run with my Void out. I didn't switch to my Imp. Oops. Alright, well, I'm pro. I'm surprised nobody in the group said anything, especially the tank. Oh well, whatever. Don't I have to get the little items to do this with? Yeah, guess I'm just getting really bad luck with the drops. I thought for sure I should at least have one by now, but I thought maybe I was remembering this wrong from Horde side, because I'm like, I know Alliance side you need these, but I wasn't getting the drops, so I started to question myself. Go, Maz, go. I need to solo that on my monk, because I'd like to go for the glaives, but I'd also like to go for the blindfold on there too. So one of these days I'll take him through there. But I like to solo that stuff because I have an aversion to asking people to help me. Unless it's something that they can benefit from too. If they want something out of there and we're both going to get something out of it, that's great. But when it's just like, hey, come help me and you get nothing out of this kind of thing. Come, you know, whatever, escort me through here or whatever else. I have a real hard time... Ah, crap. But I need more stones anyway. But I have a real hard time asking people to do that. It just... And it's not necessarily that I just don't want to bother people. That's somewhat the case. It's partially also just my OCD, where it's like, again, two birds, one stone. I figure if I wait long enough, I'll find somebody else that needs to do the same content for the same reason, and we both get something done, rather than just have somebody come with me that is only going to help me and it's only going to benefit me. There's so many people that need stuff done, want to get stuff done, that I just figured that's going to happen. So it would be better for me to just be patient and wait until you know, the opportunity arises for two people to benefit rather than just me. So again, it's not totally like Mr. Selfless or whatever. I'm not trying to be a martyr or anything. It's more my like freaking OCD. It's like, no. I'm pretty bad with OCD. But that's one of the reasons I think I like leveling, honestly, is because it soothes my OCD, because I can be very, very OCD when I level. And it's okay. I'm very, very particular about how I level as well. And that's one of the benefits to leveling and everything in terms of having OCD. Because you have complete and total control on what you do and how you do it, and in what order you do it, and all that stuff. There's nothing more soothing, I think, to somebody with OCD, or at least it seems like to me, to have a full quest log and just knock them out. There's something about having a list and just checking stuff off that list. See, I could kill this guy, but I'm not going to do it, even though I probably should. I'm going to pay for not doing it, but we're going to skip over him. Hopefully this guy has a... Nope, see? I knew it. As soon as I go through the effort, that's what always happens. Again, I skip mobs when I can, and that could be part of my OCD as well. But it's to me quicker to just the turnover of turn-ins, so to speak, is better. The quicker you turn in, the more quests you get done, the faster you're gonna level. So I don't kill every bit of trash along the way. Oops, nope. Oh, man, he took a shower. Woohoo! Well, no, I know I helped you with your DS run. See, I'm a hypocrite that way. I don't mind helping other people. I don't mind helping other people when it doesn't benefit me, but I don't like it when other people do it for me. I know I'm a complete hypocrite. Don't get me wrong. I know. Trust me. But I always feel I mean, again, the OCD thing too, but it's also I feel super guilty when somebody does something for me that I feel like I owe them. It's like a debt. It just kind of hangs over me until I can pay it back. And I don't, I literally just keep it in mind in the back of my head, and especially if later on down the line you're like, hey, can you help me with this? If, for some reason I can't, then I feel even more guilty because you helped me. And it's just, I'm really just so, I've got so many problems. Mini priest on a stick. Oh, for BT? Yeah, I'd like to get that set on my priest at some point, too. So, what am I doing? Oh, I gotta do bombing mission. Whee! Yeah, I like taking people through old content that they may not have done, and, it's good for me for the nostalgia, but it's neat to see other people's reaction to something they've never seen before in game. And gives me a chance to kind of tell stories about the content. Like, I feel like Bill Cosby, like, back in my day. So, it's always neat to see people's reaction to the content they've not seen or experienced. Certainly not at level. So, dun, 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 dun. I know, Mazzy. I know it will benefit your priest. I'm just speaking in generalities right now, not specifically about this situation. Aww. So. But, I don't know. I go back and forth with MOG runs. I generally don't do them. Just generally speaking, I don't do them. I don't worry about mogging that much. Certain tunes I want to look certain ways. Like the preset I would like to get on my priest sometime that we're talking about. I'd like to get the Warlock set out of those... I think it's... Oh god, was it Sunwell? And I know some of it comes out of Hyjal. So, oh god, this quest. Oh wait. So, but I'm not in a huge hurry to do it either. So. Yes, they are here. Well, at least Noble is in the chat room. I haven't seen him actually talking, though. He may just have left himself in here. He was in here all yesterday, so he may have just fallen asleep and he's just logged in because he hasn't said anything in a long time. Because when he is around, I need to nab him for some Hearthstone we talked about doing. Oh, here we go. Pulling all the things. Pulling all the things. Well, thank you. I think the stream does deserve more, and I think our charity deserves a lot more recognition and attention, and certainly more money because we're not to our goal yet. We are up to $12.75. It looks like we got another $25, so thank you. I guess I could change the title of the stream, but I can't at the moment. Or at least I'm not going to worry about it at the moment. We are up to $12.75. Thank you for the additional donation since we last updated. So... Yeah, I'm just surprised because, I mean, Noble is in the Netherlands, so he should be awake now. It is middle of the day there. So I half expected him to start chatting at me at some point here, but... Who can clear BT first race? I'll tell you what I like, is the fact that I've cleared ICC solo. I know it's not like... I'm not saying that because, like, it's some kind of epic achievement. But it's a raid that I hold very close to my heart. It was the first end game boss that I ever killed while it was current. So to be able to go in there as, you know, solo player and be able to take out the entire raid, and, you know, to solo Lich King and all that stuff is stuff that I couldn't even fathom back then. So it's kind of neat to be able to do it. I'd like to do it more often. The only problem with it is, oh, I already have all the bloods. The only problem with it is getting to the Healy Dragon. And trying to solo heal that can be a bit of a pain, especially when it's not your main spec. And you don't really have the gear for it. I found that it's very crit dependent, because you need some big heals, because all those ads coming out, you really can't deal with them on in a you know, healing situation solo wise. I suppose I could do it as enhance and use the few heals that I have and the really lack of power heals I have with that, and take care of the ads that way. But to me, it's too slow and ponderous. And so what I've done in the past is I switched my shaman to resto from enhance, and then I reforged a lot of my gear, switching say spirit to crit, so I can get those big heals to pop, and that has done it for me. I have a video on that as well on my channel where I solo ICC, so if you ever get a chance, you want to check that out, feel free. A lot of people say that the boat is the difficult part to solo in ICC. It is not in my experience. You do need to know a few things about it to make sure that it gets done correctly, and you have to be on the ball a little bit, but it is not really that tough. Not nearly as much. Not nearly as bad as I think people think it is. So... There's a ball of fire outside. Oh my god! What the hell? There's a sun outside. I have to say, not tanking and not healing a dungeon, something that I don't often do. I usually have one of those roles secured, especially just for leveling purposes, even if I don't intend to use them in endgame. It's kind of nice not doing that, because I can be a little bit more lackadaisical, I hate to say. You know, I usually have to pay really close attention, but here I'm being uber lazy DPS and just doing Rain of Fire over and over again. Now I got my Void out again, and still nobody's saying anything. Let me switch to my Imp. Can't believe most tanks are usually griping about pets taunting off by now, which I don't blame them. Don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna sit there and... because I know it annoys me when I try and tank. But I'm really surprised nobody said anything. Go, Mazzy, go. Go, Mazzy, go. You can do it. I believe in you. Did we get the... Nope, there he is. There we go. Thank you. Just want to check to see if he was back there, and he was. So, but I'm glad I'm able to just kind of hop over and do this stuff for the stream. Let everybody else kind of relax and chill a bit. I think the 24-hour stream does better when people take shifts like this, rather than have everybody up and exhausted. Certainly not something that... This is only the second time that the podcast has done this, and last time they were all in the same location, so it was a little easier to just keep going. This year we're a little more scattered. You only got Row and Lig in the same location this time. So myself, I feel like I'm doing more my part this way. Like I'm remoting in and doing my duty that I would be doing if I was actually physically there. So it's good stuff. Yes, please keep hitting that donate button. We are at $12.75 now, so we are up 25 from what we last checked. So thank you very much for that. That is what we are doing this for. Don't get me wrong, we like hanging out and gaming and everything, but the reason we're staying up and torturing ourselves for 24 hours is so we could get money for the children. So we're only halfway, just past halfway of our goal now, so we want to get these last final hours a big push and finish this up strong, get $2,500 for the kids. Kermit Flail. So funny. So funny. Take him into my fire. Walk him right into my fire. There we go. Oh, I got most of them. Just one got away, but not for long. Oh, he's dead. Hit the lever. You can do it. Oh, this guy's gonna die before he even gets in the room. Alrighty then. I can feel my eyes like drooping. My eyelids, I should say. Not my eyes, that would be disturbing. Oh, they have spirit on them. Bollocks. Bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. Oh well. Actually, the ones I have spirit on them too. They were an upgrade from someplace. You know what? Nobody else is going to need on them? Screw it. It's not going to hurt anybody else if they're not going to need on it. Let's see here. Got a few people filing in here. I can see. We're at like 21 viewers now. We're up at 28. So thank you for stopping by again. Please, if you have a little bit, if you could spare for the kids, Child's Play charity. You know, there is no too little. So if you feel like, hey, I can only donate $1 or $5, that's not worth it to them. It is. It is, because if everybody does that, then we're in really good shape in terms of our goal and getting money for the kids. So do not feel like you cannot give enough. Just giving in general, the act of giving is that's what it's all about. So anything you can do to help, even if, you know, in terms of not donating, but I mean, if you can get the word out to those who can, you know, to retweet, Facebook, you know, your guildies, whatever. So yes, thank you. We're up another 10. Very nice. See? Woot. We are getting there. But yeah, Mitty, I'm with you. I got up really early yesterday too, and I could not go back to sleep despite my efforts. And I got maybe an hour sleep earlier during the heroes section, somewhere in there. An hour or so, maybe an hour and a half, I can't remember. It was certainly touch and go. I was up and down. So, oh look. That would actually fit my mug, kind of. No, I guess it won't. I thought it would, but no, it doesn't really fit my mug that well. We're gonna see. Nobody wants that either. Will it actually? Alright, well, whatever. I'll get some great spirit. Some wonderful warlock spirit. And now I'm gonna... Okay, I know you can teleport in and out of dungeons to get to the front. But I am going to show you what I call the Benny Hill. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do this right. I'm going to do this right. Hold on, hold on. Let's do this right. I want to make sure I got this. Alright, we should be good. Alright, so let's do this right. We're going to turn the music off. Turn the sound up here. Alright, so you'll see now why I dubbed this tunnel that gets you to the front of Blood Furnace the Benny Hill Tunnel. You folks ready? Here we go. There we go. So that is why it's called the Benny. In my mind, anyway, that's why it's called the Benny Hill Tunnel. I even have my Onward to Level 85 series. I named it. Named the episode that we did that the Benny Hill Tunnel. So there you go. Glad you guys enjoyed that. These are the little things that go on in my head that are scary to most. Oh my goodness. More spirit for the Warlock. You have a twisted mind, twisted but hilarious. It is a very twisted mind. Trust me, I don't. You should see what I do elsewhere. Lots of little traditions like that in this game. I wish I did the ICC. I could show you another one. But it is what it is. I'm just glad you guys appreciate this stuff. A lot of people in my life have been like, you are insane. We are at, what, 61 and a half now? Yeah, almost to 62 already. Like I said, just busting through this stuff. To turn in all my quests in there, right? Yeah. Alright, so go ahead and do this. I hate doing this part, but I really shouldn't even bother with this, honestly. There's so many quest lines in this zone. I used to do those that I've shown before. Even this one over here I probably should skip. But there's so many different quest lines anymore, and you go so fast through here that a lot of them go green anyway, so I'm going to skip some of them. Alright, hold on. If you guys are going to taunt me that way, hold on, where are we at here? There we go.
Dinklage, Peter, 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 Dinklage, Peter,
Dinklage,
Peter, Dinklage, Peter, Dinklage, Peter, Dinklage, Peter, Dinklage, Peter, Dinklage, Peter, Dinklage, Peter, Dinklage, Peter, Dinklage, Peter, Dinklage, Peter, Dinklage, Peter, Dinklage, Peter, Dinklage, Peter, Dinklage, Peter, Dinklage.
There we go. I feel better now. Does everybody else feel better now? Okay, I'm done. Enough of that. I've now officially embarrassed myself. We're done. We're done. I'm gonna go look at myself making a fool out of myself on the stream. It's for the kids, folks. I only do this for the kids. Oh, Lord help me. I'm a bad man. Oh, we do have these quests up here, which I could do, I suppose. I didn't realize I had this. So many quests in here, man. You could barely finish any of these before they go green and everything. Like the chair dancing? I know, I'm sorry. I made a fool of myself. I'm good at that, though. I'm really good at making a fool out of myself, so... Anytime you need that, you let me know. Why am I flying over the stuff I need? Urgh, what am I doing? I'm so confused right now. I threw myself off. Oh, we're at 1310 now. Wait a second. Are we getting more donations as I'm making a fool out of myself? Because I'll go farther. If we get donations from me... Sorry, MacGyver. I apologize. It's stuck in my head, too. That's one of the reasons why I played it. If we can keep getting donations by me making a fool out of myself, I will do it. I will do it until we hit our goal. I wish I knew if that was the case. I wish there was somebody. Is there a solder? I want real talk right now. Real talk, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we're gonna get real here. Let's get real here. There we go. Is there a Saudi Arabian prince out there that can get us to our goal of 2,500? If you are in the chat room, if you have an abundance of cash, I will make a complete ass of myself for you until we get our goal. I have no problem doing that. So you let me know if that's what we need to do, and I will. I will not get naked because nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. No. I painted my mirrors black in my house just so I didn't accidentally like walk out of the shower and be like, oh God, it was... Nobody wants that. So, but I will make a fool of myself some way, somehow, if you help us meet our goal. So, there's that. Okay, now back to whatever I was doing before, which is probably not that interesting, but I'm going to do it anyway. There we go, look, there we go. Alright, now that I'm done, I'm like looking back at the stream just going, oh my God, did I just do that? Oh God, this is being a complete ass, you say. No, MacGyver, unless you can get us to 2,500. If you can get us to 2,500, yes, I will make a complete ass of myself. You let me know. Shoot. I love making a complete fool out of myself. It makes you guys laugh. It makes me have fun, so. Oh, there's Razor Saw. I need Razor Saw. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. I'll run into him 1,000 times over before I get the rest of my quest done, but I'm gonna... Oh, I need to switch to my... I gotta switch to my Voidwalker. Now. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna just do this. I'll solve you. Ha-ha! There we go. And then I'll just switch. Then at least she leaved me alone. She left me alone until I got my void out. There we go. That's the way I'll do that. I'll call in some favors. Well, like I said, if you could get us to our goal, you let me know what those... Well, you get your favors squared away, and I will do my part. Again, it has to be within the rules of Twitch and everything else. Otherwise, you let me know. Still hoping, like I said, that Noble will be around and do some Hearthstone. Zare, you're gonna get an NA, and you're gonna be in Trauma 2, which is where, well, one of the places anyway, that Mazzy has characters too. Mazzy's in Trauma 2. Of course, Jacob and Xarxes are in Trauma 2. So, folks that you know are in Trauma 2. Medi was a founding member of Trauma 2. I wonder if she even remembers that. Oh God! Not on Flying Mount! Ow! Good job, jackass. There we go. But yep. I was looking back at my screenshot when Trauma 2 was founded, and I have the screenshot shows Medi in the guild chat when she signed the charter. Yeah, I was gonna say Day is. But I was trying to list people that she knew. I didn't know if she knew you, Day. Of course you are. Dip. Yip, yip, yip. Oh, oh yeah, I was trying to remember what your character's name was, Medi. It was, that was your, was it Disco Steak? Your Tauren Disc Priest? Disco Steak? I believe that was the name. Hey, Seraphis, how you doing? Just doing my normal leveling thing. You've been to my streams before, so you know how boring this is, but I'm letting everybody else take a break, so doing the night shift, as it were. Pulling the graveyard shift. That's what they give the new guys. They give the new guys the graveyard shift. Yeah, it was Disco Steak, I remember it. Alright, one more of these guys. Trying to think of any other little things that I have that I do in Outlands. Any more OCDs that I can show you guys? Any little tricks? Hellfire. See, I've done a lot more of this Alliance side, mostly because that's what I was playing when it was current. So I certainly have a lot more memories of going through a lot of this when it was current, and that's where. Obviously, I put a lot more time in general because of how quick this stuff goes now. Back then, you had to do almost every freaking quest. So, excuse me. Whew. Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Yes, Zare, you need to come to NA and experience Warlords with us. Really looking forward to Warlords with Trauma 2. Trauma 2 was kind of founded in the middle of Miss, more towards the end, really. So we haven't had a ton of time to kind of get ourselves together, and I mean, we have in general, but we haven't been there when the content was new and fresh. I mean, we did have Siege and everything. We have done Flex and stuff on it, but we are still building, and I think things will be better. So, no, I understand, Zare. Trust me. I've got a lot of real stuff that I'm dealing with right now myself. I'm just digging myself out of a financial hole. I've had to restart my life, so to speak, like 3 times. 3 times since the beginning of the year. Yep. Lost my house. Moved here to Michigan. So, started over there. Went and lived with my brother in Indiana for a bit. Restarted my life there. And then moved back here to Michigan and had to start over again. Oh, I don't have the quests in here because I'm not of level yet. Well, that sucks. You know what? That being the case, I'm actually going to opt out of this group. Well, let's see how good this group is. I hate to get the debuff, but I also don't like doing dungeons without the quests. But I'm only 30% away from being done with this level, so yeah, you know what? I'm gonna opt out. I'm just gonna opt out. I'll come back later. Not a big deal. I want to do some questing. I want to show you guys some more stuff that I can't think of any off the top of my head, but let's see here. We'll keep doing this stuff. It is weird that here on Horde side that you have to do these turning these quests down here in Thrallmar, whereas Alliance has a little quest giver on the other side of this ridge here. So it is weird to have to go all the way to Thrallmar Not that it's that far. I mean, it's right here, but I'm thinking back when you couldn't use a flying mount. It would have been kind of strange to go back down to the main city rather than just right over here to where this thing is. Alright, so, okay. We got these cannons here. Oh, they're... Ah, darn it. I think there's a better... I thought there was a better ridge for these, but... I guess this is the one I was thinking of. But... Oh, that one's dead too. I guess somebody else has been doing these. Well, Mr. Void, you're gonna stay here while I just nuke this from long range so we don't get any other crap coming our way. Here we go. And we don't have another one available. There. Oh, no, that one just popped. Okay. So, MacGyver, I'm waiting for you to call in your favors. I'm counting on you now. I hope you were serious, because I'm expecting you to finish off this goal of ours so I can make a fool out of myself. Wouldn't want you to let me down now. Be a darn shame if you got people's hopes up. Why am I being an ass? Whee. Yeah, I'm also using a add-on called Auto Turn-In, by the way, in case you are wondering, which is nice. It automatically turns in, of course, and will also pick up the next quest. It's very customizable. Like, I have mine set up. If there's a quest reward, it won't turn in, so I can pick my quest reward. You can also have it pick up quest rewards on within certain guidelines. If you wanted to pick up I guess something like cloth or whatever else, you can have it so it'll do those sort of things. I just always just let myself manually pick it just because I'm anal that way. Rare farming, yay! I've thought about doing rares guides for Outland and Northrend. I'm still contemplating it. I don't think it's a huge necessity. Again, I've always said you have NPC scan, you really don't need rares guides, but people seem to like them, so I still make them. And I enjoy making them, so I'm not going to question it too much. But I think when I've thought about it more, I think a guide on Outlands and Northrend is not a bad idea, partially because the spawn rates in which they occur are actually a lot longer. So you don't see them up nearly as often as you see the rares in Pandaria. A lot of people are used to that, say, hour or so spawn time on rares from Pandaria, but that they were several hours in this older content, and still are. So they're not as readily available or as commonly known as the ones in Myst. So I've thought about going back and doing them, and I may still. Why am I doing that? That's not what I need. Why is, oh, there it is. I was like, why isn't it giving me a wheel? Right, NPC overlay is awesome too, and that's what I run as well. As you can see, these markings on my map are showing where rares are, and you can see down here is a list of what they are, and I can even flip between them, as you can see. So, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's a necessity for me to make them, but if people enjoy them and if it helps, and it has, I mean, people have told me that it's helped them. This is the one part I hate doing about this quest. It's just to kill this one dude and then do this teleport here, but because it's like surrounded by people and demons, I should say, not really people, I guess. It can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. Alright, so that's done. Yep. NPC scan and NPC scan overlay is all I use for my rares. And again, I've had many people tell me I'm stupid for making rares guides, because who needs them as long as you have NPC scan and stuff. And I definitely understand their point. And probably, honestly, would feel the same way, except for I've gotten so much feedback about how helpful the guides have been. And I think the benefit to the guides, for me, at least in my eyes, is not only do I show you where the rares are, I show you what their abilities are, which, again, if we're doing BC content, doesn't matter, you'll nuke them anyway, but still, like in current content, it helps to know a little bit of what you're dealing with. And more importantly, at least in the Pandaria ones, again, with the vanity items and stuff that they drop, I make sure that I get those items and demonstrate them for you. So you can kind of see how they are. I mean, you can see tooltips and say, hey, this does this, I want this, and then you end up getting it, and it's not quite what you hoped it would be. So I like having that stuff there to demonstrate for you guys. So if you're gonna camp and farm on a rare, that way you know whether it's worth your time or not. You may find something from one of my videos that you didn't think you would ever farm, you know, because it's just not something you ever thought about from the description and the tooltip. But then you see it in practice of one of my videos, you're like, hey, that is kind of cool, I think I'll go farm that. And if it's something that benefits your game that way, makes me feel worth it, and it makes them feel worth it, so. I think, yeah, the Isle of Thunder ones, some of those could have been pretty nasty. And at the time, the whole tapping thing, I mean, I guess it was still faction at that point. I'm not sure, I can't remember. But yeah, just to show how the health pool would go up and down depending on how many people you had on it. Stuff like that was kind of interesting. It was fun to see how they shifted around and did different things with the rares in Pandaria. And I mean, honestly, the only reason I did the first ones is because I wanted to let people know that I felt like, I felt like Blizzard was doing the rares correctly, and I hoped that it was an indication that they were doing the expansion correctly. So I was basically like, hey, if this isn't any indication, they are going back to BC and Northrend in terms of how they're doing some things, and so for me it was just shouting to the rooftops, hey, they're getting it right. It wasn't necessarily that I thought I would keep making rares guides. I really didn't. I just wanted to kind of let people know I felt like they were really doing an awesome job, and I wanted to praise them. So yeah, that's how they really ultimately came about. I need to get rid of some of this crap gear, man. I got so much stuff in my bags. I get really anal about my bags being messy and stuff. Probably more than I should, and I don't really sell all the stuff that I should either. On terms of the auction house, I just vendor the crap because I just want them out of my bags so bad. I don't even mess with the auction house all that much. I probably should. I know I should. And I do for cloth and stuff like that, yeah, but this other stuff, I don't know. Some of the stuff I keep around for transmog, but whatever. I got pants, but yeah. Oh my god. They're like the snake pants or whatever. Holy crap. Yeah, I don't think I'll be mogging those anytime soon, so yeah, I'm not too worried about that. So yeah, a lot of people found me from the rares guides actually too. Again, I didn't expect them to be anything. I just was making them to make them. The fact that they caught on still kind of boggles my mind. But I guess in a way they were unique. I don't know how many people ever did anything like that before. I think I've seen videos on individual rares, but not like guides to entire zones and such. So I guess maybe from that standpoint, wow, I'm tired. That stoint, they were original. So, but they make the orc butt look great. Yeah, I suppose they do. But I'm okay with my orc butt being covered in a dress. I did pick up these yesterday or earlier today. I can't remember. I think it was yesterday. Well, could be earlier today. I'm so tired. 2 of Warlords, 3 of Warlords. Are those even a thing anymore? Do they even matter anymore? I highly doubt it. But I just happened to get them while questing. Just pick them up off mobs. Oh god, now that song's in my head again. I was doing okay for a while there. And you guys had to bring it back up. I think it was Sarah that brought it back up. Damn you, Sarah. Why would you put that evil on me? Don't understand why you would do that to me. Alright, so we're going to go over here. Yeah, we're almost 62 already, and we're hardly... I'm not even trying right now. As you can see, I'm just pretty much goofing off. But these levels just go frickin' fast. And over here, we're going to get 2 birds, 1 stone. Not necessarily like I like to. They're at least in the same area, but I like a lot of the quests that where you can kill the same mob and get 2 quests done. That sort of thing. Yeah, you can still make the decks, but does anybody really even care? Alright. Really, many? Fine. Well, maybe.
Dinklage, Peter, 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 Dinklage, Peter.
Okay, enough of that. That's as far as I can. That's as far as I could go. As far as I could go with it that time. Oh goodness, I had at least... See, I have to play it to expunge it from my mind. If I just play it and get it over with, it's better. I'm better off than just trying to fight it. So, oh really? Come on, dude. Your boy is dead. Stop. Stay away from me, both of you. Why are you guys still here? Your dad's dead. Your father's dead. My parents are dead. Batman. Anyway. So. Is twinking still a thing? Do people still twink? I didn't think they did anymore. Oh dear Lord. The things you guys have done to me. I still blame Medi completely and wholly for that. Because I had no idea anything about it until Epic on Wednesday, and she opened the show with it, which she even altered the show notes. I was supposed to open the show, and I had something planned. And then she changed it, so she opened the show and she did that, and I it's been in my head ever since. It's been in my head ever since. So blame you guys. Oh. Stay away from me. Oh yeah, good, she went away. Yay. Okay, I wasn't sure. Alright. Calm down with the twinking stuff. I was just asking. Okay. I just wasn't sure if it was the same anymore with all the changes. I thought I heard somebody say that people don't really twink anymore because the way the game's changed. I don't know how. I don't know. I didn't see why it wouldn't, work anymore. I didn't see what the problem was. I figured it was the same as it always was. So I don't know why people would suggest that it wasn't, but I did hear that multiple times, so I thought it started to wonder. Hush, Poikle. Go eat some Vegemite. Which probably isn't a punishment for you, but it would be for me. Vegemite just looks like something that they fill potholes with. I'd like some black tar on a plate, please. Yeah. It's actually a artist named Amanda Palmer who did a song about Vegemite, and she called it the Black Death. So there you go. That's my feeling on Vegemite. Lita keeps trying to convince me she's going to get me to try Vegemite someday, and I'm like, nope. I'll try some Tim Tams. She has said she would send me some Tim Tams someday, which are yummy candy from what I know of. So that I will partake in, but Vegemite, no, not happening. Not happening. Oh yeah, I forgot we got MacGyver and his wife in here. Oh my. Alright, well, thanks to all the Australians who came to the stream that I have now pissed off. Great, well, I lost that contingent. No, you can't get a refund. No. Well, I won't be at BlizzCon this year anyway, probably, so I'll escape that. I'll escape that whole thing. Yes, I do want to try some Tim Tams. Like I said, heard good things. Heard very good things. Somebody needs to figure out a way to get Lita to BlizzCon. We should almost take up a petition. We should get a petition and take up a fundraiser for Lita to get to BlizzCon. She's awesome. She's done great stuff for the community with her behind the avatar and just the way she is in the community. It would be amazing to get her to BlizzCon. She would just have a fit actually getting to BlizzCon. So... Oh, I've hit prime time, and oh, great. So I'm glad I picked a perfect time to tease the Aussies during prime time. I'm a genius. Leave it to me. Everybody's asleep. No one will know. Oh, I guess they know now, don't they? All right, well, I'm used to nobody ever watching my streams, so I can get away with stuff. Someone mailed to him. No! Nobody's mailing me Vegemite. No. It's not happening. Not happening. Yes, Lita is wonderful. She is one of the sweetest people in the community. And she's so humble and so self-effacing. She would never, push to get to BlizzCon that hard. She'd be more happy that everybody else does, and that's why precisely she should go. That's the kind of person I would like to see kind of rewarded. She is awesome. Yes, that website by Elvine is amazing. That has been a huge benefit to the community. I gave him a shout out on Epic Podcast for that. It's amazing to see. I've said in general, it's great the way this community helps each other out with that in particular. I saw it last year I've never experienced BlizzCon while being really a bigger part of this community, you know, beyond just playing the game and, you know, my guild and stuff, but not like on Twitter and all this other stuff. So to watch the way it went down last year and see so many people helping each other, buying multiple tickets and then distributing them and making sure that people that needed them got them, was quite the experience. And so to have that already going on and then have this website as a way to further that, it's pretty awesome. Checking. Send me your address and I'll arrange for Tim Tam packs sent to you. We'll see. I'm afraid there's gonna be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it'll be Tim Tams. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But I think I'll hold off for now because I have a weird feeling. I have a weird feeling there would be some black sludge that would be packed with my Tim Tams. So I'm gonna hold back on that. I'm sure you'll understand. Couldn't be too bad, right? You're not gonna be too mad at me, are you? Alright, so as you can see, we picked up a whole crap load of quests over here in this hub, and we are just a tick away from 62 already. And again, we're not even out of Hellfire. We've hardly done anything in Hellfire, really. So, can get Vegemite and Tim Tams. Yeah, being near Ohio, I could get some. Whoa! What happened? It looked like I switched servers for a second there. I can at least go to get some Timbits from Tim Hortons. So that's kind of close. Certainly with the Canadian thing. Dear Peter Dinklage. Anyway, let me show you the earlier when we were talking about the little underground worms and their drop quest, which was the eroded leather case here. That's this here, and that will be turned in right here.
How may I aid you? Greetings.
And bam.
Maybe
Like I said, that's a nice chunk of XP. Gave me almost a full bar, as well as gave me the ding. And again, we're picking up a bunch of quests here. Now, Horde side, this is a quest line back here that I really like doing. Let me double check and see. There is multiple quests back here. Demonic Essence. Okay, so I can get the Demonic Essence off of these guys? Yes, off the Taskmasters. Maskers? Maskers. I can't remember for sure. So, but there's multiple quests, and this is, again, this is what I'm talking about, a good quest hub. This is a quest hub that I like. You can already see right here in this little area, we've got 2 exclamation points. Now, I think only one of them is going to be viable. I think they're all for the same quest, actually, if I remember right. Let's go ahead and tag this first guy, and we'll double check it. I'm pretty sure it's all the same ones where we're rescuing these guys. Or is this... let me make sure which one this is, because there's multiple here. Oh, okay, so seek out the main guy. But eventually we will come back and we will rescue them. So we've got that, and it looks like that was all those other ones. But, see, yeah, okay. We're going to go ahead and just going to start this. Again, this is going to be multiple quests being done in one place at the same time. And they're quick and easy. We're going to get a good chunk of XP out of it. Again, we're going to be, we just turned that in. We are just about over a bar, and we'll see how far this gets us. We have no rested, despite it showing a little bit of rested, just because I was hanging out, excuse me, in the inn before him. But once I kill something, that'll go away. It won't really count. So we've got a key we have to get, which actually is right. Oops. Again, talk about easy. If I remember right, it's just back here. Or is this where the staff is? Nope, the key's in here. So you go ahead and grab this. No big deal, especially with a flying mount. Got the key. Now we're going to go... Now we got this big dude right in front of us, and he's going to aggro. No, he's not. Okay, never mind, he didn't. Alright, so we're going to get that. Turn that in. Next part is we got to get the elders, which is the one that I was talking about earlier where we have to actually help them escape. Now, the other thing about auto turn-in, which I'm blocking right now, just so you know, you're talking about auto turn-in, or I was talking about it earlier, how it helps grab the quests and everything. And one thing a lot of people might get frustrated about with that, obviously, is you're not reading quest text and whatever else. And I don't read a lot of quest text anyway, but this has actually helped me in terms of reading quest text, which is a weird thought because of how fast it turns it in. You're like, how does that work? Well, let me show you. I'll take down my camera real quick. You will see. Do you see how it says down here? Auto turn in Naladu, which was the quest name, and then it has I thank you, Nazgarn. My people will soon be free thanks to you. That is from the quest text. It actually plops it in your chat box, so it stays there. It stays in your chat box. So even if, like, I have several quests in a row now, I can go back and scan. Even though I've closed and accepted the quest and gone, or dropped that one off and gone and picked up the next one, and it's totally gone, it's still in my chat box. So I actually end up reading quest text a little bit more that way. So there's that. So, okay, just checking chat here. Everybody's talking about their ancestry. So I'm good. I didn't miss anything. Alright, so we have to get his ancestors now, which, yeah, see, we just gotta go in here, gotta save this guy now. Of course, we did aggro, which will happen from time to time. You can avoid it most of the time, but that's why I wanted to wait, because I do have this other quest to get their demonic essence. So, in the meantime of doing this other stuff, why? He's line of sight because he's in the wall. In the meantime of doing this other quest, I will be able to do the demonic essences as well. So again, 2 birds, 1 stone. I am telling you guys who don't even know how anal I am about this stuff. I can't get anybody to quest with me most of the time because of how pathetically anal I am about this stuff. Alright, we're going to pull this guy anyway. I think we'll be fine, but he could aggro through the back of this tent, so just to be safe. There's 1 essence. Whoa, whoa, look at that. Whoa, look at that. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, normally I don't like to kill these guys. I like to let them go, because they are being controlled by these demons, but unfortunately they get aggroed and get hit by my Voidwalker, and I have to finish them off. Put them out of their misery, as it were. Alright, so I've got those 2, I think. Is there another one in there? Yes, there's another one there. Of course, obviously, we've got this guy to deal with. And we got the essence to get from him anyway, so... There we go. Now the prisoners can run. Whoa, 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 whoa. They're spazzing out. What is it? Okay. Okay. That was... not seen that done before, but alright, whatever. Make things interesting by freaking out. Alright, so those guys are all done. So, we still need essences, though. Don't have to do that right this second. In fact, you know what I'll do is I'll go and turn this in, because we do have to deal with this guy here in a second, and yeah, we're going to want to clear some of these over here. So, no sense in doing the quest when I'm going to have to clear the area of them anyway. Again, you want to maximize your time. So, since I have to kill them over here, you know, rather than go clear the quest and then come over here and kill a couple more, waste of time. So, we're just going to do both at the same time. Do we have... Do we have the staff? Oh, we do have the staff. Okay. Go ahead and use that on him from here. Normally, that's not where I use it from, but we do... I guess we didn't necessarily have to clear this. But But he's not always up there, and it was something I could have done while I waited, and actually these guys padded away. Whatever, okay, so that, never mind. The theory was sound, but execution was not quite there. Okay, these guys are... See, that guy's just chilling, and they... Oh, now he starts to run. Okay, I don't know what those guys are doing anymore. Alright, so we're gonna go and kill... Everybody's talking about Scotland. Now I want to watch Braveheart. One of my favorite movies, actually. Yeah, the whole line of every man dies, not every man really lives actually has been one that has stuck in my brain for years. Because I believe it's true in terms of just people in general. People think they are living, and just merely existing is not living. Living life to the fullest and, you know, really pursuing your passions and taking risks, all of that is in my opinion, that's what living is all about. John Lennon had another line in one of his songs, life is what happens while you're making other plans. That's another line that I always remember too, and it's true. People just want to be safe so much, and I understand, obviously, you have to take care of yourself and all that, but I really think that, you know, people are better off and are happier when they pursue things that they love and their passions. So, and I'm very lucky and thankful that I've been able to do that in terms of being a content creator. It was something I wanted to do for a long time, but was really too scared to. Glad I got over that. It's worked out, which I didn't think it would, but it did. Alright. So, we got a few bars out of that. Not the best, but we got several things. Oh, actually, no. We'll get more, because I didn't turn in the demonic essences yet. Which, I guess that turns in over there, huh? Yep, and it does turn in all the way over there, which, I guess I can go do. Go over here, and then also there'll be another quest where we kind of do 2 birds, 1 stone. That is the quintessential philosophy of my leveling, 2 birds, 1 stone. And I do that a lot. Like I said, a lot of things in my life. It's the OCD of my life, I guess. That's why, again, like I said earlier, somebody running me through content by myself and not benefiting them, just from that grounds alone, not like I said, from being like Mr. Nice Guy, just from a logical standpoint, I feel bad. I figure there's enough people in this game that could use the same content that if we just do it together, you know, it'll benefit both people, and it makes more sense rather than make somebody, not make somebody, but have somebody that doesn't need it come do it. So I'm always kind of looking out for that 2 bird, 1 stone thing. So this is one thing. I mean, obviously this is not my chat, my stream and everything, but it is one thing I like about streaming, though, is when folks, you know, get to chatting and everything. Like in my stream in particular, you get people that don't know each other, and they hang out long enough, and they start chit-chatting, and you see them like exchanging battle tags and stuff, and it's like it's like I'm helping people meet each other and helping people become friends. It's just like it's almost like a little mini community, you know, because they'll come to each stream, and I mean, Zara can verify that, you know, she's done a lot of that, and she's seen, she's talking about now playing on North American servers because of all this stuff, so it's pretty darn cool, if I do say so myself. It's just neat how people in this community can bond over stuff. I feel like people in this community are more passionate about things than a lot of other communities, and so when you find somebody with that passion, it's not usually one that's just kind of half-hearted. You know, it's one that you can really, really just have a deep bond over, because it is something that is so important to each person. Everybody seems to get something different out of Warcraft, and the Blizzard community in general. And it's neat to see how people use those different aspects of their lives to kind of connect with. I mean, it might seem silly in some ways, but I can tell you, when I was working in an office environment and I got a promotion and stuff like that, I was doing fine with it, but I lacked confidence, and I needed to gain some, and one of the things that scared me the most is tanking in Warcraft. And once I learned to tank in Warcraft and get over that fear, it taught me a lot of lessons. One was that it wasn't just, and again, it might sound so trite when I say it, it's just like, maybe it's stupid that I had to learn this way, but you know, it wasn't just like in Warcraft with the tank. It's not that you just make the pull, it's how you handle the pull, it's how you know, deal with it once you have it pulled. And it's just like anything else, like an argument in a workplace, you know, or dealing with interpersonal relationships or whatever else. And you can't be afraid to deal with those things. You're going to have to. Like in a work environment, for me especially, I was afraid to deal with some of that stuff. I don't like confrontation. I don't like drama, all that stuff. But it taught me to just go in headlong, and that I'll be fine as long as I just keep my eye on the prize. And the other big thing was, and I helped somebody else with this philosophy as well, and it was as much for them as it was for me. It taught me about how to put things aside, you know? It really taught me how to focus on what I was doing. The example I'll give you is if you go in, and this is what happens, because after I started tanking, I realized that I could help other people tank. And it's not like I could help them tank in terms of, hey, you know, use this ability, do this, that, and the other. Not specific that way, but in terms of the basic philosophy of tanking, which is where I feel, I'm going to abandon that cue for now, which is where I feel most people have an issue, because it's the idea of tanking. It's not the playing of the class or anything else, because most people are already doing that on their healers or on their DPS. It's that fear. It's the idea of being the tank, the leader of the group, and like the focus of any kind of issues that could occur. But my friend was terrified of tanking for that very reason, and I helped her to understand, because she would do a pull, and maybe if there would be a mistake, she wouldn't get something, she wouldn't pull something, or she didn't get all the mobs pulled together, whatever it was, and she would go on to the next set of mobs, the next set of trash, and then she would still be upset about the last one. So I had this philosophy, and I had this saying that helped her to focus on what she was doing, and we used it to not only deal with that situation, but life in general. And I think it's a very important philosophy in life in general, is that there is only one pull. And what I mean by that in life as well is that whatever you're doing is the most important thing you're doing right at the time you're doing it. It is the most important thing, is the only thing. If you are focused on a mistake, if you're trying to do something and you make a mistake on whatever you're doing, that mistake is now behind you. If you are still thinking about that mistake while you're doing what you're doing right now, you've brought that mistake back into the situation where it doesn't need to be, and you're going to lose focus on what you're doing. You have to focus on what you're doing, and you can't relive what you already had. It's already gone. It needs to go away, and there is only one pull. You can only do the best you can with what is in front of you at the time. Tanking in life, all that stuff, it's all the same. And it's silly, it may be silly that people, I'm using a WoW analogy for it, but it was something that I needed to learn at an important part of my life. And luckily, tanking Warcraft actually was there to give me that kind of... I mean, it was there in my head, but it gave me a way of trying to explain it and try and visualize it. So again, like I said, it is what it is. So I don't want to keep going on and on because it just sounds like a bag of hot air right now. But for her in particular, it was really important because she was also struggling with other stuff in her life. So us having this little, there is only one pull, kind of catchphrase, whatever, saying, really helped her get through some of that stuff because she could let go a little bit easier after seeing how it reflected in tanking and WoW. So, and like I said, it helped me too in terms of dealing with the drama of my life and the high pressure office situation I was working in. So, yep. Yeah, if you and you know, in terms of, you know, focusing on what you're doing, there's another phrase that I got from a sports radio show host, actually, of all things. But he has a really good phrase. It's called "living life through the windshield," and basically, what he says, and it's true, is you have to always be looking forward. It's kind of like what I was saying before. You have to live life through the windshield. You can't, if you're driving a car and if you were literally like driving your car and you were looking at your rear view or your side mirrors all the time, you would be distracted. You wouldn't be the driver that you need to be. You need to live life just like that. You need to look through the windshield. You need to always be looking forward. If you look elsewhere at anything else, you get distracted and you won't be able to do the job you need to do. In terms of you know, whatever you're focusing on. Same thing goes with my content. A lot of people ask me how I do this, that, and the other when it comes to my content. I'm not that planned out. I've never been a promoter of my own stuff. I don't have a big grand plan. I'm not trying to get famous. I'm not trying to do anything except for just make the best stuff that I can. And every time I get the itch to do something, it's my main focus at the time. And I don't think about anything else because it would take my focus away from what I'm doing. A lot of people are like, how can I get more viewers? How can I get more subs? How can I get YouTube money? How can I blah, 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 blah? And I'm like, if you keep thinking about that, that's where your mind is. That's where your focus is. It's not a bad thing to have a goal and other thoughts. But my feeling is if I do the best I can with my content, all the other stuff takes care of itself. And that's all I really have control over in my mind. I can't control what other people do or say or if they sub to me or not. I can control if my content's any good, and if that makes a difference, then so be it. So, but that's how I've always felt. Like the original Onward to Level 85 series, that was all done when I had hardly anybody on my YouTube channel in terms of subs. I think we had maybe 200 subscribers by the time the series ended. Oh, these guys aggro. Darn it. I was hoping they didn't. Oh well, whatever. So it was neat for me that once the rares guides hit and people started coming to the channel, that there was an entire series of videos sitting there waiting for them. And I felt like they were good. I made them just as I would no matter how many people were watching them. So hopefully, you know, that was something that people enjoyed. And I made that stuff regardless of how many subs I had. So. Bye, Missy! Or morning, yes. It is night, morning, morning, night, whatever. 'Tis what it is. I wish I could do this on my mount. See if we can do this and then mount up in time. Nope, no, 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 no. Oh yeah, okay, good. Haha. Again, see? Try and get away with not killing stuff we don't have to. I didn't think that would work. I actually figured we would get in combat and would not be able to mount up, but we were, so that worked out well. Those were really far away, so that was no problem. Okay, see, that makes it much easier, much quicker. Again, quest turn-ins, that's what we want. That's what we want. Still at 1310 right now. We have gone up, so but we are still looking for that Saudi Arabian priest, Saudi Arabian prince, who's going to come in and put us over the top and have me do something embarrassing. And I will do something embarrassing as soon as somebody. And I'm not saying like if we just hit the goal, although, yeah. But if we can get one person that says, "Hey, I'm going to put in $1,000 so you hit your goal," or at this point, you know, almost 1,200. Yeah, I'll do something. I don't know what, but I'll do something. Wait, what? What? I'm cheating? I'm not cheating. That's not cheating. That is using the current game mechanics to my benefit. It's not cheating. It's not hacking or anything. I don't want to hear it. Now, these boars, a lot of people don't like this quest because the drop rate sucks. Although, I don't think it's bad anymore, if I remember it. I'm going to go ahead and test that theory. Because if I remember it last time I did this, I don't always do this anymore. Yeah, okay, well, there's the first one, no blood, so we'll see. But I want to find out. I'm not cheating. Okay, yeah. 2 of these dead and no blood. I could continue, but I'm not going to. Never mind. We're almost halfway to 63 again, and we're hardly trying. I even turned down that group dungeon because I was doing the quest and I was chatting, and I didn't feel like doing the both. Cheating the system. Hush, Sarah. Don't want to hear it. As if you're innocent in any way, shape, or form. You forget I know you, so to talk about me cheating. Don't want to hear it. The only problem with this quest is because of the little guys that come out, but they die so fast that I think it limits them. And that's the other thing about these as well. I forgot. Another drop quest. So there we go. Boom. Another quest. And that's the thing. I don't think a lot of people know about some of these drop quests. There's actually one in Northrend that I really, really like. Out in... why am I forgetting? Dragonblight. That leads to killing all the... oh, now I can't remember the creatures' names. Anyway. Way to go to be specific, Joe. But if I was in Northrend, I'd definitely show you that one. That's somebody actually wanted me to do leveling guides too, and show those kind of things. And I considered it at one point, but now with boost to 90 and all that stuff, I'm not gonna. Nobody cares. Whatever, Sarah. You are hardly innocent. Definitely not wearing a halo. Like I said, I know. I know. Na 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 na. Pretty much my Boyd's taking these out. Now, I did think it was funny. I remember when I was doing the Rares Guide, the terracotta fragment that comes off of, oh, I can't remember the Rare's name, but in the Valley of the Four Winds, right over there by Nessingwary. It's a little pet that's a Mogu warrior type that goes around and tanks and kills stuff for you. So I brought him out here to take on one of these, and then Actually, no, he took on a Fell Reaver. He took it on here, but he also ended up killing these giants, too. But yeah, he soloed a Fell Reaver and killed these guys. Thing's a beast. Of course, obviously. It was something that was made to kill, or at least deal with current content at the time, and Pandaria mobs have a lot more health than these do, but it was neat to see a little, essentially a pet, go ballistic, running around killing giant NPCs. So, bye, MacGyver! Thanks for the RT, by the way. And the follow. I can't believe we weren't following each other before. What's wrong with us? Well, we got that fixed anyway. I appreciate it. And this is the turn-in right here for that pickup quest. The drop quest, I should say. So... the only problem with this one is there's like this little RP with it, but still, at least for that initial turn-in, it's not too bad. I guess it wasn't much. See, again, though, I've got lots of the quest text in my chat box. So if you like anything like that, sorry. Sorry, I had to type a bit. Alright, so there's that. Okay, so what else do we have to do for that quest in particular? Oh, that whole thing. Which is not a real big deal, but... it's funny to go back and do these quests in particular, especially when you did them as current content, because this was all group quest stuff, which was a pain. Now, not so bad. Actually, not bad at all. So, but my time on the stream here is going to be coming to a close not too long from now. Ro needs to come back and do his Hearthstone stuffs. So, fairly shortly I will be stopping my end of the stream here so they can pick it up again in Ohio. Feel like I'm some kind of announcer or whatever. Now we throw this broadcast back to Ohio for further details of the Child's Play marathon. I'm so tired. Oh, the jokes aren't working anymore. Not that they work normally, but at least I'm a little better, a little sharper with my wit. At this point, I'm just kind of like... Bling. Oh, we get the little ones out here too. Go avoid, go avoid. Oh, he's dying. Let's heal him up a touch. And get. Oh, we're gonna get another ad here. Normally, I could do this without having these other freaking ads come up, which is almost negating the point of doing this quest now. Because, like I said, you want to try and avoid this stuff if you can. Fortunately, I did not. quest complete anyway. And go turn that in. So we're nearing ever closer to 63, and so we get to 64, I'll head off in a grand. And again, we're still doing dungeons, which I still have a bunch more that I can do, and will continue to do. Also, there's the Ring of Blood out in the grand at 65. Do not forget that. That is a nice chunk of XP, some good gold, and some other items as well. So if you can get somebody to do that for you, highly recommend that. So we've got several other quests we can do here. This one we could have done with the, well, no, I guess there's I think there's another one to kill those guys. I don't remember where it's at though. Can't remember. But either way, there's a knapsack there that we gotta get, and then you have to get these samples. So it's 5:30 in the morning. It's 7:30 in the morning. At least it is here. Fire in the sky. I want to do like a Reading Rainbow thing there, and I don't have the energy. I don't have the wit with me. Oh, goodness. Okay, yeah, that's a thing you don't normally get to deal with me. What do you mean I slept? I slept for like an hour. So don't want to hear it. An hour wasn't that big a deal. Just enough to keep me going. Rubbish, it's 9:30 p.m. Future people. More future people in the stream. Shoot. Well, the knapsack is right here, I believe, isn't it? Maybe it's up further, because I know it's not hanging off one of these things. Maybe it's over here. Yep, there it is. 'Tis over here. Oh. Slime-covered corpse, I guess. Oh, that's actually the guy that... It's his knapsack. Wow! I don't remember the body being there before. That's better than no hours. Well, whose fault is that? Don't blame me for your worries. Crazy Canadian. Crazy Canadian. You crazy Canuck. Alright, so I am just waiting for them to let me know when I need to switch the stream over to them. Oh, we got a rare here, and he's dead. Boo. Right there where the quest guy is. That quest guy. Ah, well. Would have been nice, but 'tis what it is. What it is. Yeah, I'm gonna run and get some actual breakfast when I'm done with my part of the stream here, because I have pancakes waiting for me. So I didn't even finish my piece of pizza that I started when I started this segment either, but pancakes sound better at this point anyway. So we are still at 1310. Okay. Just checking. We need that Saudi prince. Where's that Saudi prince? I need a hero. And now I'm just getting punchy. So yeah, at this point, I'm just waiting to get the word to hand the stream back over to Lig and the gang in Ohio. So as soon as they... Ooh, hash browns, eggs, sausage muffins, that would be nice. But yeah, once they give me the word, I will switch over to them. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. As always, like I said, if you can spare some cash for the kids, then, you know, great. Like I said, there is no small amount, so $1, $2, $5, whatever. It all adds up. Every single bit of it adds up to the total that we're looking at. And so, yeah, if you can spare that, please do. If you can't, of course, understood. But, you know, if you could make people aware of what we're doing, you know, especially now that we're getting towards the tail end here, you know, just let people know that we're here, and, you know, whether through RTs or tweets in general, or, you know, messaging people on Facebook, let your guildies know about the stream, whatever. It's all appreciated. It all helps get awareness out there and gets the charity out there in the public eye. So that's what we're looking at. Tired has kicked in. Tired has definitely kicked in for me, and there's no doubt about it. I'm not on my game like I normally would like to be. You guys got to see a little bit of that before, though, so at least I was able to do a little bit. Even at the beginning of this part, I was, you know, I was good to go, but I've just slowly faded here in the past half hour or so, maybe in particular. So, I said hopefully getting some food in me, because like I said, I barely finished my one piece of pizza, which is the only thing I've had since I ate at 6:30. So yeah, it's been, I guess it has been about 12 hours since I've really eaten anything of any kind of substantial amount, so that would be why I'm a little bit dragging and tired. So if I will say this, if we could make our goal, and I'm not even saying if it's like one person that donates the 1,200 or whatever we need, which is exactly what we need, but if we can make that goal, if we can get to 2,500, I will eat Vegemite. Which is a huge statement for me to even make. You don't even know. You can ask Lita. She knows how much. So, but if we could actually, if you guys can manage in the next, what are we looking at? 3 hours, just over? 3 hours and 15 minutes? If you guys can manage to find a way to get us to 2,500, I will not only eat Vegemite, I will do it on cam. I will do it on a live stream. And it will be recorded too, and I can even put it someplace if you want it on YouTube or something like that. We'll make it permanent. We'll do it live, and we'll also document it. So, if you guys can get us to 2,500, you got it. I will eat that black death. That tar that you fill in potholes in the road with. That horrible, horrible goop that you call Vegemite. I will do it for you guys and for the kids. So if you could pull it off, like I said, just mention that to Lita. She'll think you're lying. She'll think you're lying. So I dare you to get $2,500 completed before this is over, and have me try Vegemite. I triple dog dare you. That's how serious I am. Triple dog dare. Like I said, I'll do it live right on the stream so you can see it. You can see it for yourself, and you'll know that I did it for sure. So. Oh, I sing Peter Dinklage anyway. That's not a problem. As if that's some kind of punishment. Why was that? Why would that be a punishment? I do that on my own time. I even play it from time to time.
Dinklage, Peter 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 Dinklage, Glitch Peter Ding, 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 Glitch Peter.
That's perfect. Cabbage Patch too, actually. Wait, here it goes. Okay. Enough of that. Turn it off. 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 Enough. 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 I've done enough. It's gone too far. I've gone too far. There we go. That's the last bit of energy I have left. Like I said, for the kids. Uh-oh, people are tweeting. Oh, God. Oh, God. It's becoming a thing. It's becoming a thing. Alright, alright. I'll even retweet that. That's how much I want to see if you guys can pull this off. Like I said, 3 hours, 1,200. If you can pull it off, I will do it. God, you don't know how much. That is how serious I am. If I'm going to do that, holy crap. But I'll do it. I will do it if it works. If it actually gets the job done. I'm not going to do a dungeon now because we're going to be switching the stream over, but it's definitely a thing. Well, I'll do whatever I got to do. If it means dancing in my chair and singing and eating Vegemite, that's fine. If we can get our goal, then we're doing it. I want to see you guys pull this off. You got 3 hours. Get to work. Get to work. Find somebody who can donate $1,200. I know you have 4 retweets. One of them's mine. So that doesn't really count. Because I've been begging people to do stuff all night. So if you can pull this off and parlay it into, you know, getting our goal done, then I'm all for it. I don't normally go to Zangar Marsh, but I'm tempted to right now, just because, I don't know, I just feel like it. So I'm going to do that, I think. I only got, what, almost 25% left. And then heading into Nagrand, so I might as well pop my head in there. He's starting to get worried now. I'm not getting worried. Okay, I am a little bit. Okay, I am a little bit. only because if it happens, then I actually have to follow through. There would be no backing out of it. There's too much at stake here. There's too much evidence. So yeah, I must admit, okay, yeah, I'm a little worried. But I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be alright. Certainly will be worth it. I hope, if I don't die from tasting that garbage. We can try it. I can try it.
What brings you here? Illumine me.
Corey Stockton is the innkeeper in Zangar Marsh? I didn't know that. Where is it right here? Ah! I never knew that. Good call on that. That's pretty cool. Never thought he would be a night elf either. Korith Stock... Is that Stockton? Yeah. Huh. Good call, Poikle. I never noticed that before. Of course, I was back in the day when I didn't know developers and stuff, so I would have never caught that. Posted to my guild Facebook. Oh god, where is it going? This thing is starting to get out of control now. Holy crap. No. Shut up, Sarah. That is not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. If again, I dare you people to pull this goal off. But if for some reason I actually have to do this, I guarantee you I will hate every second of it. Which will be better for you guys anyway. You guys would rather see me in misery anyway. Why am I going up the stairs when I have a flying mount? Because I'm a genius? Yes, because I'm a genius. I'm so distracted by this Vegemite thing. You don't even know. I hated to admit, like, you said that I was getting nervous, but yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I'm kind of getting nervous now. Oh, God. What have I done? What have I done? It's gone to Facebook. Not the good book. Going to Tumblr too. Oh no, this thing is growing. Oh Lord, what did I do? Alright folks, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream right now for my section. But yeah. Yes, I know. But let me switch over real quick main cam here. As soon as it does its little laggy thing, there we go. Thank you guys very much for joining me for my little section here. Thank you for, you know, just talking with me and enjoying just talking about WoW and you know, sharing our stories. And, you know, thank you for the donations and thank you for the time. Thank you for the effort that you're going into getting us to meet our goal so that I eat Vegemite. Something I swear I swore I would never do in my entire life. So if you get me to do it once, that would be quite a goal indeed. But if it does help us meet our goal, I'm willing to finally get past that. Anyway, so thank you guys very much. Love you guys very much. I'm going to switch this over. There will be a delay. The stream will stop for a moment. Don't worry, it'll be picked back up by Lig and the gang in Ohio. Thank you very much, again, as always, and I will talk to you guys again soon, hopefully. Well, not hopefully, but hopefully, with a mouthful of Vegemite. Take care, guys!